the Zillow link. You've probably heard of this trend called Looksmaxing. And honestly, I can't decide how I feel about it. On one hand, it's undeniable that people who are more conventionally attractive experience more privilege. They're treated better, opportunities come easier, life can feel smoother compared to the air quotes chopped counterparts. But on the other hand, when you start chasing an endless pursuit of aligning yourself with whatever the internet has decided, air quotes, ideal, you open another can of worms. So today, let's actually get to the bottom of it. So let's start off with the question, what is looks maxing? Great question, me. Looks maxing is basically the act of trying to maximize your physical attractiveness through intentional improvements. On the surface, that sounds harmless, right? Self improvement? Cool. How is that any different from reading a self help book or meditating? At first glance, it isn't. But when you dig deeper into the methods, the mentality, and the influence it has on impressionable teens, some concerns quickly start to arise. While air quotes researching for this video, meaning scrolling on TikTok during drone phase, I've seen some wild stuff, such as bone smashing. Yeah, exactly what it sounds like. People literally beating themselves over the head with hard objects to try and reshape their cheek and jaw bones. I truly wish I was joking. I also saw some double jaw surgery. Doctors cutting your jaw, pulling it forward, and bolting it in place so you can, air quotes, mog everyone you passed. Recovery time? Over a month. I also saw nose jobs. You already know what that is. Now, here's my question. At what point does self improvement become self hatred? At what point do purely cosmetic surgeries become something we're casually promoting to insecure teenagers going through puberty? Like, I understand it. I know it means well. Like, looks maxing comes from being tired. Tired of being overlooked, tired of not being liked, tired of feeling unlovable, tired of feeling invisible. And in a culture powered by this instant gratification, it makes sense that a movement promising fast transformations would go crazy. But here's the thing, I don't think looks maxing is entirely bad. The idea of becoming the best version of yourself, that's smooth. That's noble. That's noble in my books. But the shortcuts becoming mainstream, now that's the problem. This is the looks maxing I believe in. I support the looks maxing that requires effort, the kind that takes time, the kind that builds discipline. Here's what I'm talking about. Like going to the gym. Now I agree a lot of looks maxers would be like, lean is life, lean is life, lean is life. And I would agree with that. Dropping your body fat to a healthy athletic range will almost always improve how you look and how you feel. Prioritizing sleep, getting 8 hours at night so you don't look like you just cracked open your casket and decided to sit up. When you sleep, your body repairs itself. You get better skin, better mood, better performance, the whole 9 yards. Or eating healthy. Proper nutrients help your body function and look its best. A lot of attractiveness is generally just looking healthy. Like if you really boil down measurements between the philtrum and the upper lip and the ramus and the maxilla projection and the jawline angularity, they're all just identifying factors of healthy, well-developed individuals. And a lot of the times you can get the results that you're looking for just by aligning yourself with being a healthy individual. Like I just think you should just control what you can control. Exercise. Like if you're working out 3 to 4 times a week, you're good. Sleep, like I just said, diet. Like if you're eating Krabby Patties 4 times a day, obviously you're not going to be looking the very best you can. If your posture is cooked, if you're looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame every time you sit down or stand up, you're not going to look attractive. If the only time you drink water is directly after exercise, like, of course your skin isn't gonna look the best it can. But that's the soft maxing route, and I'm all for that. Like, if someone says, "Oh, I'm only soft maxing," oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's smooth. The problem arises with hard maxing, surgeries, extreme interventions. These can be dangerous, especially for young people still developing. It creates this mindset where your bone structure becomes your excuse. Well, my maxilla is cooked. My filtrum is 2 centimeters too short. I'm genetically over with. I might as well just, you know what I mean, continue being an incel and just be a weirdo for the rest of my life. Like, no, it's almost giving people that were dealt a air quotes bad hand an excuse to just fold. We should be striving to control what we can control without trying to force ourselves into an extremely narrow definition of beauty. Because if you tie your self-worth to symmetry and measurements, you'll never feel complete. You'll always be asking, am I pretty yet? If you resonate with this message, like the video, share with your homie who thinks he's chopped because his filtrum is 2 millimeters off, and subscribe for more. This is E. I'll see you next time.